Welcome to 2026 Portfolio Go Blueprint. This is done for investors that really want to make it big in the Nigerian market in 2026. I'm not talking about those who are wishing, I'm talking about those who have been watching my channel for a long while and they are trying to make it click so that they can actually have results consistently. Because the truth is, just like some persons, they lose consistently, like they are always losing. Even though everybody is making money from a particular stock, by the time they are buying, that's when the stock is coming down. For example, some people bought NGS Group at 200, they bought at 199, and guess what? The stock is coming down, and they're like, this is village people, because they were actually watching it going up, going up, going up until when they decide to actually key in. That was when the stock started coming down. That is how some persons, some investors make money consistently. Like they make money consistently. Even when they did not do any research, they just put money. The stock will just go up and give them the money. Because of how they frame their mind, because of how they see the market, because of the years they spend in the market, and most especially the insight they have in the market. So this just letting you know that you can make money consistently. Just like others lose money consistently, you can make money consistently. Yes, you can make money consistently. And that's the mindset I want to actually open your head and put it inside, so that you make money and have the time, have the cash to join the SSS community, where you will get masterclass like this. You get the point? Masterclass like this that will help you in your trading. There's a lot of topic we've dealt with in the SSS community, and one of the massive one we are going to do is where I'll be sharing my 10 lessons. Yesterday night I was just thinking, these 10 lessons, should it be in the YouTube channel or I should teach my SSS community? So I now said, okay, I will teach my SSS community, and by December I'll plead to them that let me teach the YouTube community. These are 10 lessons. 10 lessons, not from textbook. Live 10 lessons based on my buy and sell experience that I've had. You understand? So it's going to be an interesting one, because we're going to be doing practical, and that is when you will see what makes investor Joe. So this is what we are going to be looking at: how disciplined investors turn intention into performance. You come across people that they have information. You understand? They have information. That is why in my SSS community, we don't share those links. Imagine you allow people sharing link in a paid community. It will become a free community, because it's free community. You see, somebody that have not made 1 naira from the market, he will go and be dumping links. But headlines don't give you money. If you follow headlines, if you follow CBN said this, you go and put your money, you will not make money. You say, but news is good. It's how you interpret it that is good. When the forbearance news came out, if they drop that kind of news in the community where you are and you have banking stock, what will be your next line of action? So go and sell. Why we in the SS community, we were buying that period. The same news, different action. So it is not enough, because this news you are talking about is available to everybody. You did not pay to get that news. It's available to everybody. The question you need to ask yourself: when the news happen, before they go and type, before they go and publish it, what happened? That period when the news came out. Something happened in Dangote Sugar when they want to release their Q3. 2 days to that Q3, the volume in Dangote Sugar was massive. Now, I'm saying volume. You have to understand, because somebody now will see volume going on, they will go and buy. They will lose money. They will say, Investor Joe, you said volume. I saw volume, I bought, and it did not go up. You should understand how to invest, how to interpret information. For example, I said we were buying during the forbearance issue. They might drop another news, and you go and buy, and you feel it. You will feel it. You will look at your portfolio and you'll be shocked. Then you will say, I'm not understanding Investor Joe. But you said last time that forbearance news came out, you people were buying. Insight, interpretation, condition, market condition, mental framework. You project what the masses will do, and you do the opposite. That is just like one of my style of investing, which I always share with a lot of people, is to always buy when a particular stock is on full offer. Question: is it all the stock that is on full offer that you go and buy? No. So you see, this principle are a bit confusing if you don't know how, because sometimes you just look for someone to tell you the secret, their secret, and what the secret is, I do like this, I do like this, and you two just want to do like this, do like. It's just like the daughter of a grandma that noticed that once grandma is cooking, grandma will she's not aware when grandma will put the salt, but she'll just do her hand like this on top the pot. And she thought it's just clapping on fire. She never knew that my grandma has put some salt, and before tapping to let it allow to the pieces, or how will I put it, to drop inside the pot, and the soup will become palatable, become delicious. And she just saw that part and said, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. You get the point? And when she was given opportunity to cook, she put on everything, and after everything, she did like this. and and God should bless her that she take the food to some guys that have bad mouths. Say, who cooked this food? In fact, she will be glad to tell them she's the one, because she would thought they want to give her some praise. You get the point too. That is why I want to teach you this. If you can pay attention with your pen and paper and practice what I have here. Well, just watch to the end and let me know if it's worth your time. Yes. So, why do most investors fail? Why? See, the way the world is designed, let's talk about the 80-20 principle. 20% of people in the market, they're the one that make money. See, the market is not printing new money. There is one truth you have to know. The money, you are making money because somebody is losing money. Yes. Somebody is losing money. Take for example, you bought NGS Group at 52. Now you sold at 199. You sold at 200. Somebody bought at 200. Is that person that bought from you that is currently in a loss now, why you are enjoying profit? That person is in the loss now. The person is saying, what kind of market is this? I bought this thing. This company is this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this. And some might get angry and realize that loss. And somebody else will buy that their own shares, hoping that it's going to make money. That is why a great man said, even on my WhatsApp channel, if you check our DP, it's written there that the stock market is a machine. Yes, it's a machine that transfer money from the patient to the impatient. Sometimes you might want to put it that you transfer money from the skillful, the knowledgeable, the expert, to the newbie or to the emotional trader. Yes. Because my principle has always been see profit, take profit, except you are aiming for a bigger profit. How do you aim for a bigger profit? You've collected a small profit and you are tired of it. Like one of my members will say, that's not the kind of money I'm looking for in the market. Those are levels. When people are seeing 10 million naira profit, they say that's not the money they are looking for in the market. Because that 10 million is 10% of their portfolio. Say I'm looking at 50%, 100%. That profit would make a lot of sense. Yeah, to make a lot of sense. So most investors fail Most investors don't fail because of the market. Because the market is fair. Because the market has been unfair to everyone. The market is unfair to everyone. I can remember when I started then, I was buying Onion flour. Onion flour was around 1 naira then, or 2 naira. And as at then, I don't know if the all-time high was 3 or 5. So I was hoping that it will shoot to that price. Guess what? When they dropped their result, that was when I learned my first lesson. When they dropped their result, bad result. Bad result. In fact, that day, it almost hit full offer. I quickly sold. Say, let me minimize loss. I sold that day, and the next day, it was on full offer too. I say, oh, thank God I sold. Oh, hey! So this is how I'll be holding this loss. Guess what? The third day, it moved to full bid. I'm now wondering that. But the results actually bad. Who are those buying? They are not fundamentalists. They're not looking at fundamental. See, there is a way you get half knowledge. It's going to affect you very well. As at then, I was not too good trading with TA. In fact, I know how to use TA, but I use TA on the foreign stocks. So funny. So funny. There is I know the technical analysis, but somebody just said technical analysis does not work in Nigerian market. Hey, hi. And I carry that news. Hey, information is key. Another information again. I'm just saying this so that you should be careful. Some people they've not had first-hand experience. Is somebody that passed that information? They also carry it and pass it. They don't know how the damages they've caused in a lot of people's life. That man was teaching us how to invest in foreign stocks. Our mentor then. And he said Nigerian stock is not liquid. I ran with that knowledge. If you want to invest, can you invest in Nigeria? Say leave Nigerian market. The Nigerian market is not liquid. Until I stumble on a Facebook post by the president of my current club now. And he said buy First Bank at 14 naira, sell at 15 naira. Hey! I say, and I you know when you think you're knowledgeable, you think you want to help some people. I say, Nigerian stock is not liquid though. You can't even buy. And the man was like, hey, where is this one coming from? And then his Eagle Global I used to trade with. I used to trade CFD. Yeah, I used to trade CFD. So something just said, just experience this for standard. You know, when you want to prove to someone, saying, I know this person, that's how I open my account too. When I open my account, I started seeing trade. I started seeing volume. Yeah? That was how the journey started. Until where we are in this place right now. I got here by different experience. We all have our shares. Yeah, you know. We've gotten our fair shares, though, guys. So when I see somebody say my portfolio is down, I just laugh. Say, it's not easy. Money matter. Magana and Kudi. So why do investors fail? They failed not because of the market. The market is always right. The market is always telling you information. The market is always talking. Those in my community, when I saw the market, I told them, guys, get out of NGS. I told them NGS will get to 200. Destination is 200. And when we follow through, I say, guys, if I were you, because smart investors will be checking out from here. You know, people are not honest with themselves. When people are checking out because of your own greed and maybe, but it's good because you experience those things firsthand, then you recalibrate or you reevaluate the data that give you that informed decision that did not actually produce results. But it's just that some people are too stubborn to actually go through why they take those decisions and adjust it so that next time they'll take it. They just take that I've learned my lesson. They didn't learn anything. Then you ask them, what is the lesson? And next time I will sell. Then they will go and sell next time and the stock will continue to go up. They will not be confused. And sometimes they will think the market is spiritual or the market is against them because when they did not sell, it came down. When they sold, it went up. Without knowing that. What are the reasons? What are the datas? Why am I selling at this point? What am I seeing? Sometimes there's a way, even I've experienced that a lot of time in crypto. Sometimes I'll be trading futures, I'll be saying profit $2,000, $3,000. I'll leave it, I'll say it's going to go up. It will come down to $1,000, $2,000, it will come down to 1.5, it will come down to $1,000, it will come down to $500, it will come down to 100, it will come down to negative 200, negative 500. Then I will now close the position. Imagine. Guys, imagine such trading pattern. It is difficult until I now rewired my brain. Even at that, there are times I'll be looking at the profits. See, we make 10%, 20%, 50%, 100% in stocks. Do you know it is easier to make 20%, 10% from crypto? Daily. Easier. And that is why I'm activating my channel. It's easier. But guess what? It will be too small for you to take. Yeah. Because the mindset a lot of people are coming with to the crypto space is 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x. That is why we are coming there. We are not coming there for 10 to 20%. If you need 10%, 20%, 40%, you go to the equities market. And that is why we are doing equities and we are using that percentage. But what I'm trying to say, if you carry this same 10%, 20%, 50% knowledge to the crypto space, you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to make massive money. And it requires what? Discipline. So the market rewards discipline, not intelligence. The market rewards discipline. Do you know there's even between being wise and being intelligent? You can be intelligent and not wise. And you're like, Pastor, what do you understand? If you grew up in the West, I grew up in the West. I've seen a lot of first class guys who understand, who did applied physics, who did pure mathematics, and they understand this thing. They are working. Those are the guys that inspire me. Then further maths, pieces mathematics. The whole local government, they will be telling you, almost soldier, way. You get the point. Because when we moved to Ondo, I was the first to understand how to speak Ikale then. In the old barracks, I'm the one that knows how to speak Ikale. Like, I speak it fluently. So they like me. You understand? So, and it gives me that advantage anytime a teacher is teaching, because sometimes when they teach, the students don't understand until they use that language to explain to them. So, I now understand it very well because you're teaching me twice. They use English language to teach. When they get to a point, they now switch to Ikale. So they say, almost soldier. But when I now started seeing those guys are too brilliant, and some of them are jobless. They just go to a class, started teaching what they know, and we just join for free lesson. After the free lesson, sometimes you just drop some little money to them, and they are fine. And they are happy, and they get fulfillment from that praises that this guy is good. That's their joy. They invite them to go and teach jam class, and you see them come with their full hair. You understand? Teaching this. Some of them will not even carry books, teaching matrix. You understand? Teaching all these sword, teaching different nice, interesting topic. And I'm like, wow. I did that also. You understand? When I go to my class, I go to SS1, I go to their board. Is in biology, we'll draw skeleton and label it. But what am I trying to say? These guys are intelligent, they are brilliant, but they are not wise. They don't know how to convert their knowledge to value. They don't know the way. You know what the Bible says? That because you don't know the way to city. You get the point? They don't know the way to, from where they are staying to Lagos is not far. Then I think then it was 350 naira. Before it later moved to 700, before it now got to 1,000. Once they enter vehicle to Ore, from Ore to Lagos, they can even hang one trailer and go to where that knowledge will be appreciated. You understand? So that is where wisdom comes. So they are not wise. So the market rewards discipline. I learned discipline from Maritime Academy. When you go to military school, you'll be disciplined. I timing, you see me there. If I say I will do something, do you know sometimes I'm coming and do some videos, I don't have the energy, I don't have the interest, I'm tired. But guess what? I used to ask myself, say, if you are in school and your senior send you message with this kind of state that you are, I will do it gladly with joy in my face, even though inside I'm feeling tired. And I will jump to my screen here and give you guys some video. In fact, me, I'm saying I should be doing 2-2. Yes, I'm trying to change my morning routine, but I said instead of doing 2-2, let me just use the other time to feed other channels. Yes, that's what I was just calculating. So they failed because of what? Lack of clarity. Lack of clarity. Investors don't even know why they are buying a stock. When I say they don't know why, they don't know their exit. Before you enter a stock, you should have exit. That's why in my community, I give you entry and I give you percentage target, because I already believe that you should have your exit strategy, because I've already taught 7 exit strategies. So you should have your that helps you to take away your emotion, take away the noise, take away the news. All you are after numbers. This, when I get to this place, I sell this. When I get to this place, I sell this, and you are good to go. You are good to go. But most people don't. They don't. Just like I was saying in my previous video, that most people experience beginner's luck. So they come in, they just buy anything and they make money, and they tell you that my portfolio is doing well. And after a while, they tell you that, boy, this portfolio, I don't know where they go, whether na Sabo they go, I've been a Kafancha, I don't know. You get the point. And they also have poor psychology. Poor psychology. What is poor psychology? You are buying a stock that is selling for 2,000, 3,000, and you say you are holding for a long time. Where were you when the stock was 10 naira, when it was 20 naira? Eh? Then you are buying MTN at 700. You say the stock is going to do well. That is data. It's data company is going to do well. They are going to do. Investor Joe is the stock is going to do well. But where were you when MTN was selling for 116 naira, 120, 200? Where were you? The question you should ask yourself is, just as this stock has performed, do we have other stocks that will do similar movement? Just like in crypto, when you see a particular coin pump, you are not to go and jump at the head and you become a back holder. You are asking, if this stock can move, which ecosystem is this stock? What really fueled it? What is the what's the market supply? That's the tokenomics. Then which other one has similar or better tokenomics? So after you've answered this question, you pick the next one and enjoy the ride. Of course, the next one might not do the same, but it will do similar numbers. Then now the stock you bought, you said is long time, is coming down now. You are confused. In fact, I was ashamed to see Okumu and Presco on full offer. I say, why? Why? This is where a lot of people bank their money. Because the real investors in Okumu and Presco, they've cashed out. People that bought around 16 naira, people that bought around 14 naira. Are you not understanding how the billionaires trade, or you don't want to become a billionaire? The reason why we are aggressive now is because the capital is small. $10 left this in Geregu. Don't you know how many years they spent there? Didn't you know the price that I bought it? So where are you learning your lesson from? That you are buying stock at the top and you are convincing yourself that it's long term. What do you mean by long term? What every investor is telling you when they mention long term is they are telling you that I will continue to hold until I get meaningful return. Long term is not time frame. In quotes, I know a lot of people, your definition is time frame. They said 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. The truth is, long time is actually returns. Let me ask a question. If you buy a stock and you say it's long time, and in 3 months' time, the stock is giving you 1,000%, are you still going to hold it? Are you still going to hold it that the stock is for a long time? You will not, you will sell. Will anybody come and arrest you? That say you said you are holding for 2 years. You say you are holding for 3 years. How come you sold after 2 months? Nobody. So what we are why you are putting those years is this is the period I'm going to wait for this return to happen, for these stocks to happen. So a lot of people have this mindset, they just want to hold it, even though when they are in the 500%, they just want to hold it. You can make 500% and still hold. Yes, depend on the information, the news, and all that. But the truth is, if a particular stock just move, that's how it's going to come down. But if it moves gradually, that's how it's going to come down too, gradually. So what I'm saying in essence is your long time that you are saying is not really that long time. All what you are saying that you are not telling us or that your head is not letting you to know is I'm going to hold this period waiting for this stock to actually deliver. Yes, waiting for this stock to actually deliver. That is what I am currently doing. I'm not holding that. For example, you bought and the stock did 1000%, and you say because it's 2 years, you're holding for 2 years. Then when it gets into that close to that 2 years, it now move down to your entry, now move below your entry, you did not sell. Until now get to 2 years, you are now in loss. That's when you will now say that I'm a long time investor. You are not serious. Except if they give you that money, if you do not work for it. So, no execution system. Yes, no execution system. You don't know how to buy, you don't know when to buy, you just sit down and say, people tell me that they've observed the market. The market is not the same. If you think what happened, like people now have this notion that every November the market used to come down. So they just want to do, light just shake and I have to fix it. So you need to have execution system. And those in the SSS community, we understand that execution system is not a problem. What is execution system? When to buy and when to sell. Already I've taught when to sell and how to have a selling strategy or system. You understand? Seven ways you can actually exit any trade. I have it as a masterclass. But I drop good buying entry and I project. And there are some trade. For example, when NGS group got to 150, I said it's going to do 200. But in that case, if you have the mind, if you have free cash, that is what you should do, because it's wrong buying at that price, except if you're an OG, if you understand how it works. Because you not buy at 150, and let's say there's a bad news, you now pull back to 100, you now say, coach, you said we should buy at 150. No, that's not a core buy alert. We bought NGS when it was 20 naira. We bought when it was 52 naira. At 100, I drop it as a watch list. So at 150, what you are doing, you are buying high to sell higher. You understand? And in such case, you should kill greed. So 30% is fine. 20% is fine. You get out because you are late to the party. Yeah. So when you are late to the party, you have to be smart. After everything, if you look at it in if you turn back to look at it, that is when the you understand, because they say life is live forward and you understand backward. So when you look back, that's when you say, I would have entered, because you've seen that he's doing 200. You understand? But if you now lose, it will be it will turn around. There's a way we forgive ourselves easily. When we are doing something that is wrong, we forgive ourselves easily. You understand? So you need to understand what no execution system. So you need to have execution system. You understand? You need to have execution system. So when you have execution system, it's going to make your trading easy for you. So you need to have execution system. So you need to have clarity. If you want to consistently make money, you need to have a good market psychology, and you also need to have an execution system. Then your decision don't need to be emotional. You understand? It has to be what? Data driven. In my community, I always tell them, if you are trading with sentiment, I share with them, this is just pure sentiment. If you are trading with data, this is what we are projecting, and this is what you are looking at. So it is always good to use emotional. It's always good not to use emotional. Not. It's always good not to use emotion to take decision. So it has to be data driven, and that's why I said the market will always reward discipline. Discipline. Who is a disciplined trader? For example, when NGS got to 150, and even when you know you're getting to 200, because you're a disciplined trader, you say, no, I missed this. Let me leave it. Opportunity abounds in the market. Even though if NGS decide to do 1,000, you are not bothered. So that's discipline. Discipline. You know, the market will expose a lot of your characters. If you have envy, you think you don't have it, will show you. If you have jealousy, you think you don't have. That's why if you have 4 stocks and the stocks are not doing well and others are cashing out somewhere, your highs is there. Sometimes you've made 100% in 2 stocks, but you are high on another stock that didn't under 100%. Because what you are thinking is all your stocks should be doing 100%. It's possible if you are invested, Joe. So, how do you make progress? Because I'm not only here to open your eye into some of the mistakes you've done, but I also want to show you how to move, how to make progress. And that is why I said, number one, you need to define the target. You need to define the target. Be crystal clear about what you want and by when. So you need to have a crystal target. For me, most times, let me tell you the truth, most of my portfolio target, not personal now, most of my portfolio target is 100% a year. 100% a year. Because personally, I can look at 100% in a quarter, and that would make me to be aggressive in my investing. And you don't want to be aggressive with someone. Yes, because if you're aggressive with someone, it's going to affect. And do you know what they'll be telling you? They'll tell you that if I put my money in fixed income, in my mind, I'm like, Oga, you don't know that fixed income exists? Because the truth is, equity market comes with risks. Yes. And the knowledge is, if you don't have the mind to watch market fluctuation, up and down movement, even equity funds, they will tell you that there is risks. Some equity fund you'll be in negative. Yes, you'll be, even in a month, you'll be in negative. Because why? The stocks they bought is down. So I'm just advising you, if you want to do fixed income, go and do fixed income. If you want to do equity, do equity. Don't compare your equity returns with your fixed income return. Because your equity, you can do 1 year and come out with negative 20%. That does not say, that will not make you say, I would have, then leave the stock market alone and go and do the fixed income. Now you leave the market again, you see greed though, you leave and go and do fixed income. Fixed income will not give you the 13% or 20%. Then you now, somebody will not say that they did 100% in stock market. Your highs will now go there again. You need to take decision. You need to take decision. So if you are doing fixed income, you do fixed income. If you are doing equity, you do equity. You don't compare the gains. They are not the same. They are not the same. So that one there is fixed. This one you are doing buying and selling. It is you. It will go up. You will not take profit. Oh. When it go down, you will not be comparing. I just check my portfolio and I notice I'm down, and in fixed income I'm up. Oga, go and do fixed income. Go and do fixed income. That is why my number one rules in the game is to preserve capital. Because it is easy to come to the discussion table when your capital is intact. But it's challenging when it is down. That is when the devil will be ministering a lot to your head. A lot. The devil will be ministering a lot. So not everybody is smart, not everybody is wise. Equity comes with risks. If you don't want to take the risks, take your money and go to fixed income and stop watching how the equity is performing. Instead, go and, in fact, maybe I'll start one channel that I'll start discussing about fixed income to help some of you that should be in fixed income space. You should be in the treasury bill market. You should be in the fixed income space. You don't have the mind, you don't have the courage to be in equity market. Because little movement like this, you are panicking. You start to compare. If it is fixed income, I put my money. It will be this. It will be this. Have you seen me say if it's fixed income? You have to understand what you are going into before you go into. It's like a soldier that joined the army. From the depot, will they tell you that they will take you to Sambisa or they will take you to Liberia? They didn't. You just joined. You like the job and you just signed. So they now ask you to go to Sambisa. You now said they didn't tell you that. So you should know the risks before you actually go into it. So a wise investor will always have what we. So you need to have the exact portfolio value. You have to design it. How much am I starting with? You need to have it. Yes. Then you have to have a specific deadline. For example, 31st of December 2026. That is when you want to look at how much you invested, how much you've made, what are the lessons, what are you going to do better. Then you roll over to 2027 and do better after knowing all those mistakes. Because if you don't and you start comparing your equity and your fixed income, guess what? You also repeat the same next year. Yes, you repeat the same next year. And you need to understand what your risk tolerance. In fixed income, they tell you is low risk. And they tell you that is high risk. They tell you that is high risk in equity market. And you still put your head. You put your head there. And now you are comparing high risk and low risk. Are you okay, Oga? Eh? Are you okay? Comparing low risk and high risk. It's not a good one. Then you need to have asset mix. You need to have stocks and you need to have ETFs. Of course, the ETF market has woken up and we've seen some of the gains that have come there as a result of volume. People are now finding it attractive. Mind you, there is more volume still coming in. Yes, more volume still coming in. You can see all of our market is down, but our market is up. Yes, our market is up. So clarity precedes capital growth. So you have to be clear. You have to define your targets. You need to know what you are doing. When I tell people what is their goal, what is their target, some people that I have conversation with, they tell me, I don't understand what you mean by goal or target. I say, ah. Even when you give insight that, okay, maybe you are trading, you want to buy a car, you want to, they're like, see, I've managed portfolio in millions. So I remember one time, there's somebody that want to send me portfolio for review. They will blur the money value area. They will blur it. How will I analyze this thing now? I'm not seeing value. I'm just seeing entry price. In fact, that money that person used to blow, I don't know why some money are big to some people. That money that the person used to blow, I'm trading with times 10 of it in my personal portfolio. And I'm wondering, should make I tell this organic? So you are just seeing someone and you're like, this one has not seen money, so let me not expose this big figure to him, or you now blow it. I'm like, see finish. AO investor Joe, you are blurring this small figure. Not even double digital. Okay. Enough of that joke. Let's get into business. Let's be serious. So, if you have clarity, if you have the exact portfolio value this time around, let's say 1 million naira, and to me, I think 1 million naira is not difficult to have, and it's not difficult to save. It's only difficult because you think it's difficult. Because you see, the problem is not the problem. The problem is how you carry the problem. So capital is not your challenge because you think it's big. But even when you're starting with the 50,000 naira portfolio, I started with 100,000 naira portfolio. You should have that mindset of where you are going and continue to trade and focus. So by so doing, when you have 13 months, When you have bonuses, when you have gifts, you dump it inside the market because you have a goal. It will shock you and you will shake your head because by the time you look at your portfolio, you'll be seeing 1 million naira. So maybe it's 500,000, then you now buy one stock. But if you have, I've seen portfolio with 100,000 and the person have almost 10 stock. The person will just put 10,000 naira. Say, Oga, this journey, it go take you time before you reach where you dey go. Now, you have clarity and have everything, and your goal is to make 100% every year. So, if you are starting with 1 million naira, don't feel bad that you don't have 1 million naira. You can put any figure you want there. If it is 10,000 naira you're trading with, put it. If it is 100,000 naira, put it. If you start with 100,000 with 1 million naira and you are targeting 100%, in 5 years you will make 32 million naira. So this is just to let you know that even though if you are a carpenter, even though all jobs are important, but I'm just saying because of the income, even if you are a bricklayer, if you are an architect, whatever job you do, yes, even if you have a lot of responsibility, see, you would think you have a lot of responsibility that is not easy for you. It is not somebody like you that can actually save or do. There are people who by the time you hear their story, you will be shocked that that's not only because these times 10 of what you have been experiencing, and they still make progress. They still save this money and they still shoot up. Sometimes once you gotten the skill, just like I shared in my previous video, I said the very day I understand this market and I got the skills, that was the day I said I can never be poor. That was the day I said I can never be poor because all I need is capital. Capital. I already understand the market. And I told myself that I need to understand sales. I started reading books on sales, started going on training on sales. And my previous company did a sales training from, I think the company is 360. And I said, if I can talk to someone that has money and say, Oga, this is your 10 million. In 3 months' time, I can actually make it 20 million, but you will give me 4 million inside. I just need to have a convincing speech. That's what I told myself. I'm not saying you should go and do it, or you don't build skills first. To capital, don't go and spoil the money and you go to prison and say you listen to Investor Joe. Biko, 1 year. I'm just sharing my experience. If my money did not come that way, but I plan it that way that I should learn sales and know how to convince someone so that I can tell them that okay, I've done the research on this particular stock from this time to this time. This is how it talk. In fact, that stock that I did the research, but it's just that I didn't approach anybody for the capital. It was Badger. Badger was 4 naira 70 kobo. 4 naira 70 kobo. That was when I started buying Badger. Badger today has done 20 naira. Can you imagine? Sorry, Badger is not 20 naira. Badger has done 73 naira. From 4 naira 70 kobo. In fact, when I bought it, I posted it in one of our group, and some people are Badger is this, their last dividends was something else. But I knew what I saw. I'm convinced. That conviction. How would I follow those? I will just sell off and later I will regret. But that would have been a good lesson not to follow others after you've done your own due diligence. You understand? After you've done your own due diligence. So that was how I thought I'm going to make money, that I'm going to convince someone and tell them that okay, after I've done, I will share profit 60-40. Even if the person said 37, I said I will take it because that will be 3 million. Then I have my capital now to start doing what I need to do. That's what I told myself. And I said, I should convince my family that we should be saving money in my account so that I'll not be using it to trade, to double it. And I said, it will take time to convince. Because by the time you tell your family, they'll go and tell their friends. Their friends will say, that boy want to use people's head, though. You know, that kind of stuff. 1 million naira. If you do 100%. See, the truth is you can even do more than 100% in a year. That's just the truth. And the truth is you can do 50% if you are overspreading, if you are stubborn. You know, some people are stubborn. Yes. Even when the investor just say, let's buy this stuff, they are not buying. Even the investor just say, let's do this pattern. They do their own. But the only thing that get me angry with them is after when it's not working, they come and blame you. You understand? They will not blame themselves. They will come and blame you. Why are they blaming you? I don't know. So that's how the whole thing happened. I bought the Beja pens and I made some cool money. In fact, I think I sold some at 8 naira and I think I sold some 100%. So that's how the business work. Oh. Sometimes if you work in a company that they give 0% loan, excellent. Like my previous company, 0% loan. If you borrow 1 million naira, you pay back 1 million naira. They'll be taking it from your salary, no interest. So if you find yourself in such company, please. But before then, ensure you learn these skills. You know, when you're learning something, you pay attention. You pay for example, this video now, if you're not learning, you put it on 2x. But if you're learning, put it on 1x, and you have your pen and paper, and you write today's date. In fact, by now you should have a book where you call your investment book. Yes, you'll be shocked that some of this book is what I have my investment book. Oh, I put it down. Sometimes I just go through those books and I'm like, wow. I look at those stocks that I've researched. I look at the price. I look at my projection and say, wow. Because I have to test it first before I come up here to do it. Now people are saying, Pastor Joe, you are eating it, you are killing it. Guys, I've done a lot of back testing, guys. Yes. You know, one of my friend reached out to me and said, people will just see you now and think it's today you started. They won't know that you've been in the game. And that's just the truth. But especially when people go and look my channel, they just see that the channel is just 1 year old. They won't know I have a channel that is almost 5 years old. That YouTube dropped down. They won't know. They're just discovering Investor Joe now. Where? But I always ask you, where have you been? Where have you been? Why are you just discovering Investor Joe now? But the truth is, you're coming at the right time. Yes, you're coming at the right time because I have some interesting package for you. Yes, interesting package. And I wanted to take advantage of it because now everything is intact. Yes, everything is intact. So if you invest 1 million naira in year one, let's say you are starting this year with 1 million naira. I saw a portfolio. The guy is actually a fan. He joined my. By the way, most people reach out to me and say they want to join my SSS community and they want to pay monthly. And I always direct them to the Diamond package on YouTube. So the Diamond package on YouTube give you access for you to watch our replays. So you listen to the replays, just like what we've done. The only thing you are missing out from the SSS community is you are missing out, especially those that make full payments. You are missing out on one-on-one portfolio review section, and you are missing out on access to the signature course. Yes, you are missing out stock Fortunado, and then you are missing out on daily market commentary, and you are missing out on daily market buy and sell alert. Yes, that's what you're missing out on. And those things are very, very important. In fact, we have one of our member right now that always give a review. He post a review of our conversation, like conversation of today is going to post it tomorrow. Maybe some persons to just catch up, because I know some persons will just look at the chart and see 40 chart and they just move to the last, and they might ask questions that have been settled or questions that have been answered. You get the point. So you can do that. If you want to do monthly, go to the Diamond. And I said that very soon I'm scrubbing the fan. Yes, I'm scrubbing the fan, which is 10k. So we have only family and Diamond. Yes, but I'm going to drop video for the fan so that you can make some money and upgrade to the family. Yes, because I like it when you use your profit to do some of these things so that you know that is technically free. So year one, you put 1 million naira. Let's say you're starting this year, you put 1 million naira because of the guy that actually dropped his portfolio for me. Although I gave him some instruction to do some things, I hope he followed. So 1 million naira, 100% will become 2 million naira, and then the second year 2 million naira, another 100%. You see this period there, people can be laughing you in your office. So I don't want this video to be too long, but let me share a story. There's this guy in our company. Then I work in fast food. This guy is our auditor. So the guy's in the States now. He went to the US. But before then, this is what happened. This guy used to have issue with my manager then. This guy has only one shoe. In fact, he finished from Nnamdi Azikiwe University. He has only one shoe, he has only one trouser, and I think 2 shirts. In fact, the shoe he has, underneath the shoe has holes. So if you walk through a wet place, water is going to get into his shoe. So when he's coming from work, because he used to pass the entrance of the fast food is where people pour water when they are cooking, and so the thing just flow. So that's the entrance. So When it's coming, it will now raise up the. I don't know how to do it now. It will raise. Let me use my hand if you guys will see. It will raise the front of the shoe like it's now be walking with the down as if it's a female. You know, you understand? It will now be walking like this, like toad. It'll be coming like this, coming like this. And my manager used to dress fine. You understand? Used to. So you know, there's a way people that smoke don't like people who don't smoke. You understand? Or let me, maybe that's not a right example. I beg your pardon. Sorry about that. There's a way people who dress don't like people that don't dress. You get the point. So, but I don't know what they're fighting for though. So they always had issue like that, like that, like that. But guess what? If they pay this guy, most of those hierarchy, they used to go and collect food. But him now, because he didn't come through, I don't know how he got that job. So, you know, in that place now, the director, there are people that are like family to the director. Not family, he brought them from Benin. So those ones, they can come and collect food. They are supervisor, they will say, yeah, give me 2 semo, put 1 head of fish. Give me that, they will go. You will not record it. You will not record it. Sometimes you can record it and just put supervisor there. But him, because he did not come from Benin with them, he does not have that leverage. So he only have access to staff lunch. Have access to staff lunch. So, but I notice sometimes if you are eating all those, you know, fast food now, sometimes you are eating, you don't want those seniors to see, you know, that kind of thing. Sometimes you even come there and we understand. So we'll just package like 1 meat pie, because he used to come early before those other people will come. So we'll just give him 1 meat pie. He will just rush it. In fact, when he's rushing it, we always feel bad. How can an auditor be rushing this thing like this? And he'll be coming to audit us. So we are just giving him those meat pies so that when he's auditing us, it will not be harsh. So what I'm trying to say is, this guy is literally saving all his salary. All his salary. And then coming from work is just 20 naira. Going back is 20 naira. So he's saving all his salary. You see that shoe, he did not change it for months. Getting to years that he work in that place. That shirt, he always rotates that shirt. The trouser, black. Sometimes you see sign that they just brush this trouser. And during staff lunch, you see him telling the staff, say, add small, add small. And we were like, why not just go and collect this food direct like these people are doing it? These people come in the morning and they take their food. And sometimes, because of the money they pay them now, they just come and buy. They buy the food sometimes. Say, oh yeah, give me Coke, take. Give me, they just buy because they are paying them. But this guy, we never spend his money. But guess what? He was saving this money. And he always have issues with manager. They will argue, they will do. So something that happened. Something that happened. The guy will come to me when I'm baking chicken. The guy will now ask me, how many salt did you put? I will tell him, he will write it. How many pepper do you put? He will tell him, I will write it. So my manager now observed that this guy has been collecting recipe from every department. So that was when I now noticed that it's like this guy had a go. And truly, the guy had a go. Because what I'm trying to say is, there's a behavior. There's a behavior that you behave when, you know, people say today determines tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow that determines today. So because he knew what is going to happen tomorrow, that's why the behavior changed. So there's a behavior you do in an office. Your boss will call you and tell you that this place is a stepping stone. Anytime you see your boss call you to advise you that here is a stepping stone, he has seen that it's like you don't have anywhere to go. You understand? He has observed that you don't have anywhere to go. So that's anytime you see your boss start to call you and be asking you your vision in life. You understand? He has seen that. So that you will not say he's the one that killed your destiny. So that was how this guy wrote all those stuff. Sometimes when he's writing, if a manager just come, manager will not say, what are you doing here? Yeah, leave this place. Don't tell him anything. Anything he's telling you, don't say anything. So sometimes they'll come and meet us and said, if you ask any question, don't answer him. But before you say Jack Robinson, the guy has written, let me tell you the truth. Even me, when I saw that thing, guess what? I bought a book. I wrote all the recipe. As I'm talking to you now, I have recipe for jollof rice. I have recipe for fried rice. I have recipe for cake. I have recipe for meat pie, chicken pie, fish roll, egg roll, scotch egg. I have recipe for for sea chicken, that is casero chicken, barbecue chicken. I have recipe for porridge jam, egusi, and vegetable, okra. I wrote everything. African kitchen, I wrote everything. Continental kitchen, I wrote everything. Pastry, I wrote everything. In fact, one time the book that I used to write it in those when you tear A4 into 4 places. I used to write this one. I just write it there, write it there. When I saw that these things are getting squeezed like that, I bought one 2A. I pen it down. The only thing I did not learn was shawarma. And when I was in Lagos, I saw the guy doing it. I watch and watch and watch and watch and observe. And when I get back home, I produce shawarma. I did shawarma. I said, this life, I must not suffer. Oh. So if he had, I drew. I did tell you guys that I also I did carpentry. I said I must make it. So I'm just sharing all this to inspire you and to let you know that your behavior will determine if you actually have a future. To cut the long story short, this guy actually went to the US. And when I saw his picture, I said, I knew it. I'm telling you, I said, I knew it. This guy is up to something. And guess what? He came back to Nigeria, got married, and moved back. And this time I'm just scrolling and I'll see his picture. I just laugh. With I think he has 2 kids now or 3 kids. I'm telling you. But look at those people who insult him. He's not dressing well. Of course, I'm not. You should know how to do your things. You can dress well and still succeed, and that's just his own pattern. So I'm not saying you should. That's his own pattern, and that's the only way he think he can save up that money. So he save up that money and he moved. Now he's living fine. In fact, one time he snapped picture in his small apartment there, cubicle. Then he was staying alone then. In fact, the shoes there are up to 6 or 7. You understand? So what am I trying to say? He used that period to gather and make money. Now he can buy whatever he wants. There was one time again I went to write entrance exam for my school then, and I met my elder brother's friend, and he told me something that I should look at his house. I look at his house. He said he bought everything one day. I said one day. He said yes. So the advice he gave me is I should save my money and go to school. And when I go to school, I can have a good job that will help me. I'll buy all those things. Instead of me, young guy, trying to have one small room, you buy deck, you buy chair, then some more girls will not be coming. You will not think you've arrived. Before you know, all of a sudden, your destiny will just cut short. You just be one local guy in one small village with 2 or 3 kids, and you'll be blaming the government. You understand? So sorry if I bore you too much with these stories, but the message I'm trying to pass is you can decide to live below your means. You understand? Live below your means. Maybe this is not the time for you to get a car. Maybe you can be using Uber. Yes, and use the rest to invest until when you're able to make some cool money. You understand? So you just look at yourself. I'm saying those who are at the low level right now. So look at yourself and see how you can do those stuff. And just like what he said, I have friends then when we work in fast food that if I go to their house, in fact, they put foam on the floor before they put their rug. Their rug is so thick. You understand? Even some ladies will be comparing their house with some people's house. Say, you don't you go to that guy's house? It's more beautiful than your own. Now, you see the rug. You see when you enter the house is dark. They now put color bulb. Now be watching this thing Merlin. You know those years of Merlin. They used to watch Merlin. And me, I'm like, I remember what that bro said. I saved my money and I ran to school. So guess what? Some of these guys that bought all this stuff, as in after a year or 2, they will call me and ask me if I want to buy a rug, if I want to buy screen. I say, I want to buy TV. What am I going to be watching in TV when we have Android phone? So they bought those things expensive and they are selling it cheap because. So fast forward after so many years, I went to the market and I bought all those things once. Bought bed, chair, bought everything once, and it just flashed back to that advice. Instead of you to struggle, I used to say people who struggle, they'll do contribution and they'll go and buy fridge. How will you do contribution and go and buy fridge? Say you want to drink cold water. So in this your full life, your problem is cold water. Although now that some areas are hot, you can Take your contribution and buy AC. Uh-huh. So you just want to chill, chill with the big boys. You got the point. So you just have to understand how to minimize your expenses so that you can get money and move to that 1 million level. From 1 million level, you move to double digit, which is like 10 million. From double digit, you move to 50 million. That's how you just move gradually. And before you know it, you've escaped the middle class trap. You understand? But I'm just telling you how to break that survival level where all you think about is food, all you think about is clothes, all you think about is shelter. If you don't move from that place, you can't think well because your thinking is full of what are you going to eat, what are you going to wear, where are you going to sleep. So if you follow this plan that I'm sharing with you, you're able to do. If you even work this thing with 50% in a year, you will get at least 16 million. If not more, you get 16 million. Let's even say you get 8 million in 5 years. It's something, guys. It's something. You can still buy a plot in Ogun State. You get the point. Don't go to Lekki in Ogun State. And if you buy a plot, don't go and build house to stay. Build what business. Make use of that place. Do factory there, produce and sell. Because if you build a house, it will take another 10 years to break even. You get the point. Take another 10 years to break even. Even if you do 30% of this thing in a year, is 1.3, right? If you do another 30%, you know the math. You can do it yourself. And take sheet of paper. Look at what you can do. You can say you want to do 50%. If you do 100%, will you not give the 50% back to the market? No, you will take it. It just shows that this year is actually sweet because some year might not be interesting like this. Some year might give you. Every year is good though. It depends on you because even when the market is bad in some years, some people still make good money. And there are some years that I make good money in the market. Somebody is telling me that this market is bear market or this market is bear market. So you just have to get your plan right and minimize what you want to minimize. See, when I was doing my own saving, I used to drink garri very, very well. And what I used to cook is beans. And beans was actually cheap then, no. They sell all those mudu very, very cheap. In fact, one of my sister's brother came to stay with me. In fact, that guy, he ate beans. If you see the guy, I'm very tall. And I used to eat beans different way. I can use beans. I can pour garri inside the beans and turn it and eat. I can soak garri and eat it. I buy bread and eat it. I can boil yam. And guys, I was saving. No much friends. So when I'm not going to work, I'm at home all to myself. So I read. Sometimes, in fact, there's a book. In fact, go on. I don't want to go and read that book. The Latte Factor. I finished that book in a day. But if you have friends, you can't finish book in a day before as you start chapter 1 like this. How far they will come and knock. If you start chapter 2, they will call you. How far where you did? That's how you do where you do until you'll be shocked when you see one of your friends that did not know anything on why you guys were in school, did not know anything, and you now saw him. How come you didn't know that the guy was listening to Investor Joe? Okay, guys. So if you do this pattern, you're going to make cool money. 1 million will become 2 million in the first year. 2 million will become 4 million in the second year. 4 million will become 8 million in the third year. And 8 million will become 16 million in the fourth year. And 16 million will become what? 32 million in the fifth year. And in the sixth year, 32 will become 64. And in the seventh year, 64 will become what? Will become 128. To become 128. So you now have 128 million in your portfolio. Guys, do you know what that means? For 7 years. Some people go to school for 7 years. All they came back with they came back with BSc. That's all. After the hungry and the suffer and all that. And guess what? They will not practice what they study. Okay. This is the goal template that I want you guys to apply. I call it the investor goal template. You write by December 31st, 2026. Then you write portfolio value. You are starting with 1 million naira. In fact, when I was doing this, I said I'm going to do this template for you guys and share it. So by the time I launch my newsletter, which I must launch April 1st or before April 1st, I must launch it. I'll give you guys that template for free. And I said I'll give another thing for free again. I'll remember I'll give you guys for free also. So those two things, those early subscribers will enjoy that. And after a year, those that will be coming, they will buy that same template. Yes, but you guys that are joining the newsletter, you're going to, maybe I'll drop the link to the newsletter now so that you can join before I drop my first. But of course, if you join, you will see my previous post there. So you have to put your strategy, capital growth, and risk control. Then your focus is process over prediction. Process over prediction. I once worked with a company. I worked with a guy, nice guy. I met him in Lagos. We were working for a company in Turkey. So our responsibility is to sell their banking software. So there's something I learned from him. So after I walk me through the process, how I'll go about looking for clients and all that, and every day I drop daily report. I drop daily report every day. So I do research, I reach out, and I always give feedback. And I have meetings. We have meetings like that to close the deal. So he used to tell me something that he's not after results. And I'm like, but it's result that everybody wants. He said it's not after result. That is after the process. And I said, Then I asked, why are you after the process? He said, if I know the process, result will be the byproduct. And anybody can come and repeat the process and get the result. Therefore, it's not about, I've seen a buyer, they bought one software. Good. How did you buy the software? I said, now God, though, it's the grace of say no. I want you to say, okay, this is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and so process over prediction. You've had your money, you've looked at your capital growth and the risk control. What are the process? That is the strategy. How are you going to buy? How do you going to know what to buy? What are the steps? You understand? How do you know the strategy? Are you going to use breakout? Are you going to use oversold, overbought? Are you going to use stochastic? So these are different strategies. Are you going to use moving average? Which one are you going to use? So vague goals produce random results. That is why you need to have a what? A portfolio goal, and you write the value like this. So in that template I want to share, I'll give you guys a popular strategy there so that you can use. But for my community, if I'm giving them that template, I'll give them like 6 strategies they can use. And per adventure, I can even link a video to it so that they can watch it and do the practice. Because my goal is, if you join my SSS community, after a year, if you want to continue with me, you're just blessing Investor Joe. You understand? I know of some people in my community that they make 50 million as profit. 50 as profit. You understand? 50 as profit. So it's just interesting. Write your investor mandate. You need to write your mandate. See, this is business. You have to be serious with it. So this is your personal investment policy statement. If you don't have your personal investment policy statement as a result of all the learnings you've done all these years, guess what? You'll be messing up every time. And people will not be interested in this NGS market because you spend years and you're not making progress. So they take you as templates. Now, how can you spend years and making progress and you want us to come to the market that is not helping you? So what is this IPS going to answer? What am I building? It take you back to that template. Yes, it take you back to this area. And for you to get this area, you understand this area. You get the point. So what am I building? Then how will I invest? Strategy, capital growth, and risk control. How will I invest? Then what rules must I never break? Process over prediction. You get the point. What rules? Process over prediction. What rules must I never break? never buy at the top. How will I invest? By following this strategy. What am I building? I'm building a 64 million naira portfolio. I'm building a 128 million naira portfolio in 7 years. Though I'm starting with 1 million naira. In this 1 million naira, you know some stocks that you buy, they will pay dividends. You can use that dividends to bless yourself, or you put it back to the market. Now, what trading style, which boils down to this strategy that we're talking about. So what trading style are you going to employ? You understand? Are you going to deploy as you make progress? What trading style? So are you going to do fundamental driven trading, that before you buy any stock, all you are looking at is what? All you are looking at is number. Is revenue growing? Is earnings per share growing? The profit after tax, what are they doing? Balance sheet, how balanced is the company? You understand? How balanced is the company? You are looking at that one also. You are looking at cash flow. Is the company actually broke, or is the company liquid? So that is what you use to do your trading. So when you discover all these, then you take position and wait. Another one is earnings-based trading. Are you waiting for earnings? You take position when there is earnings, you sell to those who are driven by earnings. Is it that route you want to follow? That's another way to think about it. And also we come to technical based trading. So are you doing charts? Are you doing support and resistance? You understand? Are you doing moving average? Are you doing volume? Are you doing moving average? You get the point. Then you come to market reports and macro driven trading. So which of them do you want to do? All these, I have them in the Stock Fortunado course. And the Stock for Fortunado course is actually selling for a cheaper price now, because by December, the price will go up. Do you know why I'm taking this price up? Because I don't want a lot of people to have this knowledge. I want few persons, because if they are, I'm actually teaching what I got. This is a course that I can take my first son, say, guy, come and study this and become an investor. That is why I'm putting everything here, no secret. So that is why I'm increasing it, so that if you are getting into this, you know that you don't need another course again. That is final bus stop. Everything is here. And if I want to shock you, after you've taken this course, you can also have a YouTube channel and be teaching these things. I'm telling you the truth. But guess what? Don't become a copy. Come out with a unique way. Don't become another investor, Joe. You get the point. So study it, see my pattern, then you do another pattern. You get the point. Because everything is here. From the first module to the last module, everything is here. So that's why I call it mastering trading and investing. Are you a short-term investor? This is for you. Are you a long-term investor? This is for you. I've already tried to explain the meaning of short-term and long-term, because both of them are there to make money. Now, the only time you buy a stock and the stock is 500%, 1000%, and you are not realizing profit is because your initial money, for example, those that bought Arade when it was 200 naira, now Arade has done some good numbers. They did not sell. Do you know why? Because Arade paid a dividend worth 200 naira in, I think, 2-3 years ago. So in other words, the money they invested, they've gotten it back. They've gotten it back. They've gotten it back. So because they've gotten it back, why are you selling? So instead, they still take good dividends. So they take free money every year. There's one particular stock I'm loading right now. That's my target also. I'm looking at when they will pay dividends, they will pay me all that money that I used in getting that particular. I'm looking at getting 10 million units of that shares. So that when they are paying 1 naira, what I will get in my account is 10 million. And government will take their 1 million for tax, because I'm a good citizen. You get the point? So, moving from zero to millions, that is what this course will take you to. I don't care if you save, pack your contribution instead of buying fish to drink cold water, or buying AC to get a cool hair, buy this course so that you make money and buy like 20 AC and buy like 20 deep freezer, and you'll be taking block and cook. So the stock market is a place where anyone can become a millionaire, but only a few do. Oh, that is what Peter Lynch said. Peter Lynch said the stock market is a place, I call it a platform, where anyone, irrespective of tribe, religion, the stock market will not say you are an Idoma man, you are Yoruba man, you are Igbo man, you are Hausa man, that you cannot buy me. No! In fact, the barrier to entry is actually zero. And the stock market will give you location freedom. In other words, you can travel to Dubai. I know they are throwing missile there now. You can travel to Lagos if you are in the east or the north. You can travel to Abuja if you are in the west or the east. And you can travel to Owerri if you are in the west or the north. And you can still open your laptop around 10 a.m. and still buy and sell. And on Friday, you cash out and you go to that place where they say Nkwobi and you eat Nkwobi. A nice weekend. You are eating from what? From your investment. You are eating from your investment. Nice one. He said, but look at what he said. He said, only a few do. I have friends that will tell me, if you are making money in the stock market, you not tell anybody. You only gather your family and everybody to make. I say, Oga, are you living in this age and time? So you think my community, as they are making money, I myself am not making my own money? If I show some of my profit, you open your mouth and fly will enter. But I know you cough the fly out. You will not swallow the fly. How will you have that mindset that if somebody is making money, of course you guys can testify. Are you guys making money from the market? Is it real? Somebody out there is thinking the money is not real. When somebody, in fact, Otedola cannot lie now. You can see how much Otedola made. You can even see how much his brother made from Geregu. You can see how much. He bought that stuff, I think 150, and he sold it, I think 1,000 something. And I think maybe you use 500 million or 400 million. You can see investment. You can see investment. You are there, you think you are a realist. You want to confirm information. Before you confirm information, Otilo, your mate have gone. Before you say Jack Robinson, the stock market, everything is high. Zenith is now 1,000. And that is why we'll be considering market crash. When people are making money, you are saying, I don't believe in this thing. I don't believe. You don't need to believe. You don't need to believe in anything to make money. There are companies I have bought and sold and made money. I did not even know what they are into. It was later and I said, it's wrong. Why can I be buying and say that? That's when I went to check. Say, oh, they are into this, that, this. Yeah. So why will you see a place that can give you money and guess what you will do? You decide not to do it. Because Peter Lynch said the stock market is a place where anyone, please underline that anyone if you are writing it on your notepad or on a notebook. Anyone. See, let me tell you, I have friends that if they can tell me that, Investor Joe, this is what I have, let me do this, I'll allow them. But guess what? They are not interested. They are looking at Investor Joe, say, Investor Joe. A prophet is not known. Is not. None of my family members have said they want to buy my course, or even say they are interested in my community. None. What they are thinking, what they are reasoning is far. Is far. In fact, one of my friends, then I send him link to one of my course. Free, oh. This is what people are paying, free, oh. After 6 months, he said, I never even get a chance to check that thing. I said, I'm missing it. They've told me already, oh, that it is strangers that will take you serious. And now the strangers are now families. They are now friends. I now share some personal things with them and they give me advice. because we all know in part. You understand? There are some areas I still need coaching. You understand? We exchange knowledge. I teach you stock. You teach me the other area that I'm lacking. Because it's difficult for your family to believe you. They say, you that will know when you grow. How come? Which day you can't? I beg you. So, guys, check the link and take position in the stock Fortunado. Take position so that you can actually harm. You know the beautiful thing about these skills? This is not skills that has expiring date. This is not skills that has an expiring date. No. And it is transferable. You can learn it and teach your children. See, if there's any skill you will harm. I remember the words of what Strive Masiyiwa said. He said his daughter came to ask him that, Dad, what course should I study? You know, we all I've been in that place also, trying to ask my mom what course will I study so that I'll do things to please my mom, please my parents. Until I later realized that you have to please your creator, not your parents. They are just a passage. And of course, you respect that passage. But they are not to determine, because then from their poverty mindset, they might think you should go and do this career because the career will take them out of poverty. And whereas you are taking the one that will please God and also take them out of poverty, but they're not saying that way. I listened to a podcast this lady did, I think Eukarya. She was speaking how the dad wanted her to become a lawyer and she wanted to become an actress, and how the mom and the sister, they will help her to jump the fence to go and act and come back. And she said the day she brought award from London to the father welcomed her, lay hands on her, that she should pack sand on her hand and blesses her, prayed for her. This is the same father that said barrister. Do you know why that man prayed for her? Because the man looked at it that everything, even lawyer or doctor or engineer or menene is money we are all looking for. And this my daughter has brought in money. You ought to go. So that is what you just need to understand about life. That is all about what? Pleasing your creator. Pleasing your creator. So Strive told the daughter that go and study anything you want to study, but ensure you understand economics and finance. A customer came to our shop when I was still selling chandeliers, wall brackets, switches and sockets, cable, solar, and all that. When I was still in that industry, the guy came. I went to his house to fix chandelier in Lekki, to be precise, and he advised me that, what did I study in school? I said marine engineering. He said he did engineering too, but he's now into finance. And I asked, how did you join finance? He said finance is huge, that if you're a president of a nation, will you be telling them 2 plus 2 or divide the eggs? Will you be telling them how the caterpillar engine is working and all that? He said no. He said what people want to listen to you when you are a president is finance, economy. That is what people want to listen to, economy. And he told me that if I have the opportunity, I should switch to finance. And I took that advice, put it on my left hand, so that I will not use it to eat amala in Yakoyo. You understand? So I put it on my left hand. And guess what? Where I am today, I'm in finance, my brother. I got my diploma in marine engineering and I got my BSc in computer science. And you say, what next? Relax. You got the point. So, and what I'm looking for, I'm actually going for my CFA. Yeah, I kid you not. So, keep knowing that Investor Joe is improving himself. I'm improving myself. I'm improving myself every day. What I know this year, I kid you not, by 2027, we'll be flying. We'll be flying. If from my pattern of my videos, you already know that there's a lot. There's a lot to come. You get the point. So, that is what Strive Masiyiwa, that's the CEO of Econet. That's what he told his daughter, that go and study anything you want. So I'm telling you, your children, either they are engineers, they are this, ensure they understand finance, because they don't teach it in school. Ensure they understand budgeting. Ensure they understand how to invest, to avoid a unknown. Growing up, I see a lot of people. In fact, in the barracks, those days when some soldiers just eat some good money, they go and load their house. You see big chair, big radio, big TV, big this. But as a little kid, then I know that this is wrong. Your first money, you should not eat your first money. You should eat the grandchildren of that money. I learned that from the richest man in Babylon. I read that book when I was in SS1, to be precise. XS1. That was when I learned that book. And in fact, that when I read that book, that book talked something. It said in giving, if you are building a house, it said you are giving already. I'm like, how? It said because you buy cement. The owner of that cement we eat, we make profit. You buy block. The guys will come and work there. So you're already impacting the world already. And guess what? If you not put it for rent, you are helping the homeless. That's why when some people are insulting their landlord, I said, because the landlord build us, I did not build us, where will you be sleeping? So if you are there, shout out to all the landlord in the house. You guys are really doing a great job. And all the upcoming landlord also. I don't know if you're at the foundation level or you're at the parapet level or you're at the roofing stage. Congratulations, guys. You got the point. You are helping the economy. So, in whatever you are studying, don't joke with finance. Don't joke. Don't say you are not used to numbers. You have to use the numbers, because I could remember last time you asked somebody that you borrowed money from, that how much am I owing you? The person increased the figure. You say it's a lie. You now mention the real figure. So you know the real figure. So get my course. I don't want this video to be too long, so I don't want to bore you with a lot of stories. So get this course, and I promise you, you will never regret it. And if you make money, when you make money from this course, when you see me, please give me a tithe. Give me your tithe, and I'll also bless. I'll bless you. I'll bless you. So let's go there. Let's go there. So let's move to the next stage. We've done this. Okay. This is the 2026 stock selection playbook. It is called Best 15 Stocks to Buy. Not tips, not hype, just a clear breakdown of 15 stocks that have the potential to shape your portfolio and wealth strategy over the coming years. So, part 2 is coming out. It's coming out April 1st. So what I'm doing in part 2 is I'm going to review these stocks and add some other stocks. But those who already bought, they will get it for free. But if you are now joining now, I will reduce the price because you've missed 3 months. Yeah, so I'll take out 25% from the current price of these particular course. So I'll take out 25%. So you are going to be paying the rest for you to gain access. So once you get in, you get access to the old video and get access to the new one. Then you build your portfolio, because some of you are just starting out now. You're just starting out now. And some of you want to start afresh. You understand? I have a mentor sometime when the portfolio mess up. Guess what? He will sell everything. Shoo! Take down his loss. Start afresh. And after 2 days, after 1 week, he will tell you that I'm back into break even. You understand? He doesn't like nursing those losses. You understand? So keep an eye. Same link. I'll just adjust the price when the new video is ready. Of course, the new video might be ready before April 1st, but I just put that time so that I'll have a lot of time after my exam. Then I just face this and just shoot up. So take it serious. If you don't have if you don't want to stress yourself doing research, you don't want to bother yourself all that. So these 15 stocks, I'm going to take out some. I'm going to add some new ones, and you guys should be good. Okay. So why writing matters? Market test memory. If you follow me, I always say investors always forget and price as memory. So market will always test your memory. So written visions restores discipline. So written vision restores discipline. If you have anybody that writes, that person will become great. When somebody tell you that I cram am, it in my head. Now lie, they lie. Now lie, it lie. You understand? So writing brings and clarifies your thinking. When you write, it clarifies your thinking. Do you know there are people? There are people who have planned their life on paper. This is what I will do year 1. If this, they give themselves option. Year 2, I'll be here. You know, when somebody has planned their life hi. They don't teach it in school. Hi. Okay. Writing reduces emotional trading. That is why I said you need to have data to take your investment serious, because emotion can just come in. That's why when somebody tell me that this market is coming down, this and that, I say, me, I don't panic. Oh. If I see that the thing is full of or volume, I just leave it. It will come back. I'm a calm trader. You got to know that I'm calm. Come and check 2020 when everything was coming down. I was still calm. Calm, cool, collected. You understand? Because why? I know the end. I know where I'm going. So writing reduces emotional trading and also reinforces long-term focus. You have to go back to the table. Why am I even in this market? When your stock is coming down, I think I'll teach that to the SSS community. When your stock is coming down, you have to reevaluate. Some people just go and sell. I laughed. So serious investors write, amateur hope. And hope is not a strategy. Say, I hope it goes up. I hope it delivers 10. I hope. Until when you have a friend that his or her name is Hope. So let's go there. Reprogram the mind. So markets are psychological before they are financial. If you are poor in your mind, I bet you every stock you are buying will be going. Even if you buy the same stock that Investor Joe is having, it will be giving Investor Joe money. Your own will be coming down. You'll be wondering, but we bought the same stock now. How can you make money? When did you buy? January. Me say I bought January. When did you sell? Me say I sold February. But Investor Joe makes money out of it. Investor, what name should I call the other investor now? I don't want to use tribal name. I don't want to use, what name will I call now? Investor Alipu. Investor Alipu did not make money. So to reach your goal in 2026, you must train your subconscious mind. There's a video I'm going to do, but maybe it will be for the SSS community. Your subconscious mind, you have to train it. You know, before you take a losing trade, your mind, there are some steps that you take before you get to that losing stage. But because you are not paying attention, you will not know, you will not take notice. You understand? You will not take notice. But if you are paying attention, you know, okay, this is it. So that same step, what we will do is we are going to reprogram it for success. Okay, let me ask one question. Have you been in a stage where everything is just working? You do this one, boy, you do this one, boy, you do this one, boy. Anytime you find your stage, that is the time to invest big, because everything just aligns. And that's when to take note of those steps. They say take note of the ladder that took you up, because you need it to the next level. Each time I want to grow, you know what I do? I check back the things that I've done that have taken me to this level, and I repeat them. And guess what? It always produces result. Always. A great man once said, he said, we cannot solve a problem we create at the same level that we created them. So you have to move if you have problem level A and you're level A, you have to move to level B to be able to solve the problem of level A. Number 2, align emotion with discipline. You have to align it. Emotions are chemical. They just move. Anytime you get angry, ask yourself, why you invest now? Ask yourself. You will have no question, no reason. So keep quiet. And the voice will just silent, and you'll be at peace. You'll be at peace. So then you build investor identity. You know, sometimes some people have what do they call it now? Is it octa ego or all that? So you can. For me, once I call myself Investor Joe, I started thinking straight. Yes. But if you call me Pastor Joe, in fact, I just forget about stock. This scripture will just come to my head. You get the point? So you have to build that identity. So what are emotional impacts? When you tie your portfolio goal to a deeper reason, is very, very key. When you say the reason why you are investing is because you want to take 1 million children out of poverty. My brothers and sisters, you will be shocked how your progress will be. Stop. Oh God. Move away from me, myself, and I. All your goal is, let us just be paying me 1 million naira every month. Let me just have one big house. What about others? What about others? Because by the time you help others, you discover yourself. We discover ourselves by helping others. Your goal should be how to put smile in people's face, not yourself. All this, do you know all this wealth you are gathering? You only spend 40% or 30%, you leave 70%. You will leave them here, your house, all those big fat bank account. You will leave them here. So why not think of how to bless lives? What stops you from doing scholarship, even though it is 2-3 persons? What stops you? I'm just giving you insight on some of the things I'm going to start, guys. I'm thinking of scholarship where I will teach people, equip them with these skills. Maybe I'll just take like maybe 10 graduates and empower them with the stock market skills. Be it crypto, be it forex, empower them, give them certificates. And God willing, if I have good money, give them laptop and give them starting capital. My brothers and sisters, you never can tell who you are helping. So attach a deep reason to your portfolio. You can say, this portfolio, I want to build a house. Like I have one for a nice car. That portfolio will give me a good car. And I have one portfolio, it's for expenses. It's for expenses. For food, eat out, transport, all those stuff. Then I have another portfolio, I'm saying, I want to build on this. If you are still watching me and you still have one stock market account, you are sitting on a long thing. Maybe it's peace of mind. Maybe you work in a company where your boss frustrates you. Anything you do is not right. Your boss is after you day and night. You got the point. So let me learn this trade and let me be making my salary every month and let me double it. Let me invest and let me leave this job that is not giving me time to serve my God. It's not giving me time to do any, this kind of stuff. Maybe legacy. I want to build wealth for my kids so that when they come, they meet. I shared the story of, is it Mike Adenuga or stuff, that they have Julius Baja and the daughter is the head of that company. And by now, I wonder how much that portfolio will be now. So when I was watching when Julius Baja was still around 17, those guys have close to 400 million shares. And then they now did a bonus. If you add that bonus to it, they should be having like 600 or 500 now. Then look at the price, guys. Hey! When I saw it, I said, I watch it like this. 2021, 2020. That was when that portfolio was like that. I did not know the price they actually got those shares, but anyhow, they will be in massive wealth now. What if that is what you want to create? One portfolio for your kids. And the first one is the CEO. Employs and fires. Do meetings with people. And when they pay dividends, they analyze how they are going to invest that dividends. My brother, is not rocket science. Ability to act without fear. When you take your emotion in check, when you put your emotion in check, you have the ability to act without fear. Visualization is another goal. Visualization is another aspect. So I just want to read what is below here, which is emotions fuels consistency, not greed. When you balance your emotion, it will fuels consistency, not greed. Let's move to the next one. Visualization, daily mental rehearsal. So you have to see your portfolio eating your target. Not some people tell you that where I'm looking at this, I'm not sure. No. You have to see your portfolio eating your target. Is very, very important. See calm execution during volatility. During volatility, be calm. When other people are reacting, be calm. You realize that most people will take wrong decision. So see yourself holding your winners and cutting your losses. Holding your winners, cutting your losses. I always put a scenario that if you are doing a business, do you sell a product? Which product do you put on sales when you are doing a promo? Which one? Is it the one that is moving or the one that is not moving? The one that is moving, you increase the price. The one that is not moving, what do? You put it on sales. You do promo because you want to get it out, take the money to go and buy the one that is moving. And I said, you don't rise to market condition. You fall to your conditioning. It's your conditioning that you fall to. You don't rise to your market condition. You get the point? I hope you are learning one or two. And if you've taken time to watch me to this point, I want you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I'm posting portfolio transforming videos like this. Because some of all this, if you have to pay me 200,000 for this particular lecture I'm giving you, it's worth it, guys. it's worth it, except you don't know the quality of what you are getting. If you put it to work, in less than a month, you join my SSS community. And you need to have a daily affirmation, daily investors identity statement. I am a disciplined investor. Tell yourself every day, say, I am a disciplined investor. You understand? You have to tell yourself every day. If not, that inner voice will tell you what you are not. I protect capital first. These are what I say to myself. I'm a disciplined investor. I protect capital first. I follow process, not headlines. Some people follow headlines. I read this somewhere. I follow process. Identity precedes behavior. It is when you say he's a soldier, that's when you see the behavior. He's a doctor, that's why you see the behavior. So identity precedes behavior. He's an investor, no wonder he's disciplined. If you are feeling me, drop a comment and let me know if you are an investor. Put this affirmation that I am a disciplined investor. Drop it in the comment section if you watch it to this stage. And put it, I protect capital first. Enough of my capital is down. No. My portfolio is down. No. You put 1 million, you have 2 million, and now your portfolio is down to 1.8, 1.9, and you say your portfolio is down. How? When you know your capital is still intact. I attract all good things. My brothers and sisters, you have to say these things to yourself. If you don't tell people who you are, they will tell you are not. And your inner voice will actually mislead you. So you have to do what? You have to tell yourself this stuff. You have to. And repetition is key. Compounding works on habits too. Not only on money, it works on habits too. So reinforces the goal consistently. So you have to do it daily. You do quick review. And weekly, you do your strategy alignment. Then monthly, you do performance versus process. Monthly. So it is when you do this thing that question will now arise. Because now maybe you have 10 stock and you don't know what to do. You now say, coach, I need your time. I say, no wahala. So let's take a look at it. Because you need a third eye. Even me, sometimes I come afresh to my portfolio as if I'm not Investor Joe. I come as Pastor Joe and look at it and advise Investor Joe. So the magic of 30-day exercise. So for 30 days, write your 2026 portfolio goal every morning. I want to make 128 million naira in December 2026. I want to make 128 million. Don't let me come and remind you. Do it for 30 days every morning. What are you trying to do? You want to push it to your subconscious mind, from conscious to subconscious, so that even in your dream, you will know that this is your goal. So write it fresh, not copy. Write it what? Fresh. Then include value, discipline, and rules. So you can include your value, you can include your discipline, you can include your rules. So because writing trains the investor's mind. That's why if you see me, I'm always with my pen and paper. You can see the NGS list that we did. I don't know how to put this thing now. Okay. Look at it. Oh, this light is flashing. The NGS list that we did. This is where I wrote it down. And I also have some jotter. I have some jotter here too. You can see. So I have a lot that I've written. So writing trains the investor's mind. So in case you're still watching, I want to congratulate you. This is not an easy ride, and I think you've learned one or two because you need to understand how to invest. So start immediately. Do not wait for perfect entries. Do not wait for perfect timing. Do not wait for perfect information. The next steps becomes clear in motion. If you don't have an account, reach out to me and I will walk you through how to get an account. I will drop a link in the description on how to open the Lead Trader account. And how you do it is, after you've opened the account with the link, you will get a reference number. So send me that reference number and your full name so that I can follow up with your account so that the customer service can create a CSCS account and link your portfolio to your CSCS account so that you can start trading. So it's easy this time around than filling form. So the form is somehow stressful because sometimes you need to print it out and fill it, and sometimes you need to fill it online, and sometimes there'll be a lot of stress and mistakes like that. So I think the link is going to be helpful. So just send me your reference number. Also send me your reference number. In less than 48 hours, you are going to receive your customer ID number. So your customer ID number is also to let you know that we've created your account in-house. So all we need to do now is to link it. So by the time you send me your reference number and your full name, I'll follow up on the creation of your SSS account. Then once you receive that your customer ID, you can send it to me, and I can also send you the account to make payments for speed creation. Because once money is there now, we'll know that you are ready for business, so we'll proceed. But if you not pay money, we'll just look at it that okay, maybe I'm just testing it. But by the time you pay money, you say this person is serious. So don't get confused when I say wait for perfect entry. Sometimes you get perfect entry, sometimes you don't get perfect entry. That is why sometimes you enter some stocks at a particular price. Why are you entering at that particular price? You are considering just in case the price did not hit where you want to enter and it continued to go up, you will not lose out. You get the point. So that is why you are entering at that particular price. So by the time you enter, sometimes it will go, you make the money. Sometimes it will not hit that your entry, you now go in big. You understand? But perfect timing, there's no perfect timing in the market. You understand? So anytime you have money, you go into the market. I know some people are saying the market is down, this is market is down, this is. I've made good money third quarter. There's no quarter I've not made money. What you say is maybe those periods, what we'll be getting is company specific news. You understand? Because every day there will be a top gainers. Even when in the bear market, there will still be a top gainers. So perfect information, there's no perfect information. Interpretation is key. How you interpret the information is the main thing. That is what is most valuable. How you interpret the information. If you interpret it in an excellent way, fantastic. And if you give you money, that shows that it was actually excellent. But if not give you money, it wasn't excellent. And insight also counts. So start immediately. I've talked about you getting your account ready and setting up your account. You understand? So once your account is set up, you are good to go. Don't wait for perfect entries. Reach out to join the SS community so that you can get perfect entries. You can get your buy alerts, and you can design your exit strategy so that you can design your exit strategy to suit your goal. You understand? Which we've discussed. And you can use this template. This template will actually help you a lot if you can use this template. So this template will give you focus, will give you process, and you already know what you want to achieve. So with this process. So if you understand this, you also want to have a deadline so that you have a goal. You can put this thing as a small card. You stick it on your laptop or close to your bed or on your mirror. You understand? Even the affirmation, you can do that also. We already understand this. So this strategy also, you can get this strategy when you get your Stock Fortunado course, which I talked about. The link is in the description also. And this is the course. And you can also get this when I said this will be coming up 1st of April. By 1st of April, the price will drop. But currently, if you go now, you still see the normal price. But 1st of April, the price will be reduced to 75 it will reduce by 25%. I might even reduce it before the 1st of April so that to give you access before I drop the video so that you can work with the previous video and see where we are, what we've done, and what is going on. So why writings matters, you need to have your own pad where you take notes, and you need to reprogram your mind also if you really want to hit your target in 2026. And you have to control your emotion also, and you have to attach your portfolio to a deep why. Deep why, either it's financial freedom, peace of mind, legacy, or ability to act and without fear. Because sometimes when you act, you are afraid if the money cannot, you are afraid because you don't have money. Yeah, what if the person said this, all that? But when you have money, it gives you boldness, and it gives you this peace of mind, and it gives you direction. You know what you're doing and where you are going. Talk about visualization, how to see you hitting your target. Sometimes when I put all this talk, like when I say NGS is going to 200, I already picture, I see NGS hitting 200. The same thing happened to Boa Cement. when I said it's going to 200, and now we are 270. And if you remember, then I said this is a 500 naira stock, but it's going to take time. It's going to do up and down, up and down, up and down, just like the way Boa Food works. That's what Boa Cement is going to play out. So don't forget to do your due diligence, guys. So we talked about affirmation also, how to repeat these words. I'm a disciplined investor. I protect my capital first and I follow process, not headlines. Talk about repetition. We talk about the magic of 30 days. We talk about starting immediately and eliminating portfolio killers. What are portfolio killers? We have procrastination, we have worry, we have doubt, we have fear, we have negative use of how. You get the point. So a lot of people procrastinate. When they're supposed to take action, they will not take. When they're supposed to sell, they will not sell. It's also affecting them. Then some people worry. They allow their portfolio to determine their joy and happiness in their life. When the portfolio is up, they are up. When the portfolio is down, they are down. That is not how the life should be. You should detach yourself from your portfolio. So worry is one. Doubt. You are in a good stock, but you are doubting if it's going to deliver. Before you know, you sell and it delivers, and you think it is village people. It's not village people. You understand? And fear. Sometimes you have good money in your account. You see a good stock that is good for you to enter, but you are afraid. You are afraid. You look at the money, look at the years you've worked. What if this thing go? And why all these things happen is because you don't have knowledge. I bet you after you take your Stock Fortunado course, you watch all the video and you take notes. You don't watch it like a movie, and you take notes. Guess what will happen? You will remove procrastination, will leave automatically. Worry will leave automatically. Doubt will leave automatically. Fear will leave automatically. And you will know how to use how. How will I get to my destination? How will I hit my target? You understand? You will not be saying how my portfolio can't come down. No. That's not what you'll be saying. You'll be saying something interesting. So eliminate these portfolio killers. I bet you if you do not eliminate these portfolio killers, they are going to eliminate your portfolio. I kid you not, they will eliminate your portfolio. And you don't want them to eliminate your portfolio. So these are some reminders you don't need to forget. Goals don't move markets. Go, because some people will say, Investor Joe, I say I'm an investor. I put the target, I mention say I hit and the thing no come. No. Goals don't move market. Disciplined investors do. When you are disciplined, you do the right thing at the right time and you enter the market at the right time. You understand? So your 2026 portfolio will be built by clear intent, which we've talked about. Clear intent. You need to know where you are going. Imagine you are traveling and you get to the park and they ask you, Madam, Oga, where you they go? You say you don't know. You know, it will be difficult for those guys to help you, to give you direction. But if you know where you are going, they will just ask where you are going. You say you are going to Lagos. You say, okay, Lagos is 30,000 naira. You say, okay, no, voila, you buy a ticket. So imagine you are going to a place and you don't have the direction. You don't have the destination. It will be difficult for anyone to give you direction. You understand? But if you have, it will be easy for you. So you need to have clear intent. You understand? Clear intent. Where you are going to, what you want to achieve, what you want to do. It has to be clear. It has to be clear. And also, you need to have daily repetition. So your affirmation is okay. You can write it and place it on your mirror so that when you take your bath in the morning, when you're at the mirror brushing your teeth, you just say, I am a disciplined investor. I preserve my capital. I make profits every day. I have perfect entry and perfect exit. So what you see in my SHS community is not magic. We sell at the right time. We buy at the right time. We live at the right time, guys. When people are saying it's going to go up, I laughed. There was a time we were selling some, I think, NSL Tech, right? Somebody's telling me that the volume is, I say, don't be deceived by this volume. And guess what? The next day it was on full offer. So that volume that we were seeing then was not real volume. Yes, or not real volume. Is that volume cannot be sustained. And that is why the next day we saw what? We saw full offer. So repetition is key. And emotional alignment. So you need to get to a stage where your emotion aligned with your portfolio. Yes, because we are emotional being. Either you like it or not, your emotion will be there. but now you are not telling your emotion how to feel. For me now, if I enter a stock at 5 naira and the stock is now 2 naira, I don't complain. I said I want to buy more. This is an opportunity, because by the time it return back to 5 naira, I'll make massive money if I'm able to buy a lot in this 2 naira region. But when you don't understand this thing, when it's 2 naira, you'll be frustrated, you'll be confused. It will look as if you made a mistake, and guess what? You will sell it. And after you sell it, when you come back, you realize that the price has moved. Yes, the price has moved. So you need people like us to actually help you. Then be ruthless about execution. When I want to execute, I'm ruthless. I don't execute and think, say, Adebi, I think first thoroughly, then I execute. So after then, I don't think, Adebi, I know this is no. No regret in the market. No regret. You only have lessons. You only have lessons. No regret in the market. So trade with discipline and invest with vision. Your vision, you've already gotten your vision from your clear intent, from what we've talked about in the previous slide. So now you trade with discipline, you are disciplined, then you have your vision. You have your vision. So before this, let's just do a bit of recap for those who actually like getting information twice. So we talk about why investors fail. We say it's lack of clarity. We say it's poor psychology. We say no execution system. We say it's emotional decision making, which my SSS community will actually walk you through and be able to do this, because you will see other community people, those who have made such mistake before, they will clear you out, and those who are currently working on it, they will share their. Nothing is more than community, guys. Then we also have, you have to define your target. You have to know your exact portfolio value, set a deadline, and your risk tolerance and your asset mix also. Then you need to have a template, what you want to achieve yearly, and how you want to move along with it, because it's a long time thing. This is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So you are not coming to just work, trade for 1 year and just go home. No, this is a long time. You want to build capital. You'll be shocked. You might even transfer some of these assets to your kids because you've built them, you've ate from them, and you tell them that this portfolio you are seeing, that you are taking 100 million now. I started with 1 million naira, stuff like that. And they'll say, Dad, how many years did it take you? Maybe it take you 10 years, maybe it take you 7 years, maybe it take you 5 years. But the bottom line is you're making money. You're making money. We talk about the template where you have your portfolio value, where you have your strategy, which is capital, growth, and risks. We have your focus. I explained all this very well. And we also have to write your mandate, which this relates with the previous slide. It relates with the previous slide. So we have what am I building? And we have how will I invest? What rules must I never break? Those are some things you need to take note of. Then we have trading style, fundamentally driven. We have earnings-based trading. We have technical-based trading. We have market report, macro trading. We also have the stock of Fortunado, those who are interested in harming themselves with these tools and skills so that it can help them create wealth as they make progress. And we also have 15 stocks to buy. And I said we are coming out with part 2 of this. We're coming out 1st of April, which will help you navigate the remaining 3 quarters. So we also have why you need to write. Writing clarifies your thinking, reduces emotional trading, and reinforces long-term focuses. We also have how to long-term focus. We also have how to reprogram the mind. You need to train your subconscious mind, align emotion with discipline, and also build investor identity. We'll talk about emotional impact. You need to attach your portfolio to something deep, something with big why. Maybe it's financial freedom you want, maybe it's peace of mind, maybe it's legacy or stewardship, maybe it's ability to act without fear, without thinking of where your next paycheck will come. We talk about visualization, how to see your portfolio hitting your target. We talk about seeing calm execution during volatility and see yourself holding winners and cutting losers. So we talked about that also. Then we'll talk about affirmation, where you say this daily to yourself. This is daily investor's identity statement. And because identity precedes behavior, so you said, I am a disciplined investor. I protect capital first. I follow process, not headlines. I follow process, not news. I follow process, not noise. Thank you guys for watching this video to this point, and this is a 2 hours long video, and I want to appreciate you for actually sitting down to listen to these. And most of you that actually take notes, congratulations guys. You don't know what this 2 hours video will do to you. This is a lifelong skills that you're acquiring, And I just want you to take a step further by ensuring you join my community. It's going to be a blessing, guys. It's going to be a blessing. You're going to experience your portfolio move from year to year. I kid you not. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified to my posts and enriching videos like this. Until I come away again, keep making money and keep protecting your profit. I love you, all my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to head salute. See you in the next one.